Hello, Pokemon trainers. Welcome to the King's Court. Okay, so this is actually going to be the same team that I used last week. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really enjoying this team. This team has been getting a lot of popularity lately. Actually, I think recently there was a Pokemon VGC regionals or something, and I think this team might have gotten like either like first or second or something. It's the same team I used last week. Like I said, it's basically a Trick Room Sun team. It uses Charizard, Torkoal, Porygon 2, Jumpluff, who else? Ursaluna, the regular Ursaluna, and Incineroar. This team, honestly, is actually really nasty to play, but also it's really fun. So I wanted to play this team again. So that's pretty much it. So like I usually this is episode 12 of the Path to Power series. For the record, if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for clicking on the video, and if you're a returning viewer, hi, how you doing? This is a series where I like try to climb the online Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC ladder, and I try to basically improve my own skills by recording some games and bringing them back here in a commentary style, going over my moves, and also going over what would I have done differently. This way I can also improve, but also just bring some battles here to the channel. So, now that that's pretty much out of the way, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more Pokemon content, and let me know in the comments, have you tried this team out? And if so, if you have a rental team, let me know, and if you want me to try it out here on the channel, leave it in the comments, and I'll make sure have that be the next video I do. And that's pretty much everything. So, as you can see, right now I just terrestrialized my Porygon 2. I'm running terrestrialized poison mainly to deal with situations like this, where it's like a fairy Pokemon, but there aren't that many fairies right now. I wasn't even expecting a Azumarill, honestly. I was a little shocked. I was expecting more like Primarina or something. So, and their Lycanroc is going to use Stone Edge on my Torkoal. So I'm basically thinking to myself, okay, I could switch out Torkoal in case I need Sun later, because not only will the Sun be necessary for Charizard, but also right now it's good because it's minimizing the power of Azumarill, which I'm assuming is huge power. So I'm basically just gonna switch it out, go to my Ursaluna. Now my Ursaluna is fully invested in offense and bulk. This is a full-on Trick Room based Ursaluna, so it could take a couple of hits. Someone's gonna go over the Terra Blast, Poison, and hopefully knocks out the Azumarill. And let's see, and dang it! It's always a little bit, I swear. And it looks like it's got a berry. Let's see which one. Biggie Berry. Okay, cool. So I'm okay right now. Psychic Fangs. So my Porygon 2, like I said before, is super bulky. I'm using like a fully defensive build. So that it managed to tank that hit. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm just gonna I can just facade right here. And since the last Terra Blast Poison almost knocked it out, it should knock it out this time. So I'm just gonna go for the Aqua Jet, and thank goodness the Sun is still out, so didn't do nearly as much. And the Facade is gonna take care of the Lycanroc because luckily the Flame Orb kicked in, so Guts is active right now. So I'm just gonna Terra Blast and knock out the Azumarill, and so far that's two Pokemon down and two more to go. I actually like Shiny Azumarill. I really like this. I really like the way it looks. Okay. So, let's see. Ursaluna, that's unfortunately one of the downsides about this team. When you use Ursaluna, because of the way just Guts work, the whole Flame Orb thing, unfortunately, it doesn't have like a long shelf life. Like, you got to be quick and be careful when using Ursaluna, because there were a couple of times last week, a couple of the battles I uploaded, which if you haven't seen that one, I'll leave a link to it in the description, where his burn really cost me the game, actually. Okay, so it's Incineroar and Pikachu. That's interesting. All right. So they're going to. I'm assuming they're probably going to either fake out or they're just going to go after my Porygon, because at least right now, dark electric moves won't be able to affect my Ursaluna, so that's good. So I'm just thinking I could just go pure offense and just try to knock it out, because I was thinking I could switch out Ursaluna later and maybe like full one big headlong rush should be able to knock out the Incineroar. But I'm just gonna protect to see what happens. Yeah, because I was pretty sure that it was gonna want to use fake outs. So I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna wait and bide my time. Grass knot. Okay, yeah, that should actually take care of my Ursaluna if I'm not careful. So the sunlight's gone, so that's good for me because now the opponent's Incineroar's Flare Blitz won't be as strong. So that's good for me. So I'm just thinking, you know what? Torkoal's already close to being knocked out, and I don't want to lose Ursaluna just yet because that headlong rush is what's going to take care of that Incineroar for me. So I'm just going to switch it out and go throw out Torkoal again because even though yes, the sun will increase my opponent's Incineroar's fire moves, it'll also increase my Charizards because I do have Charizard with me right now. So I was basically thinking to myself, okay, if anything happens, if I can wait long enough for my for the Trick Room to disappear, or I can use Porygon 2's Trick Room again, my Charizard should easily be able to knock out both of them. Is basically what I was thinking to myself. So that's good for me. Almost, it didn't knock out my Porygon 2. Again, this thing is so bulky, it's crazy. So I'm just thinking, all right, I'm just gonna go into Ursaluna because again, luckily these are my opponent's last two Pokemon, so I don't gotta worry about them switching their Incineroar out and the Intimidate lowering my Ursaluna's attack. So that's good for me. And the Flame Orb is already active. So Ursaluna's offense is fully maxed out right now. So I'm just gonna go for the attack because the Trick Room was just set up. I'm thinking, okay, you know what, I might have to. And yep, I had to sacrifice my Porygon too. But it knocked out my opponent's Pokemon, so it was unfortunately one of those necessary sacrifices. Your death shall not be in vain. So that took care of that one. Oh man, Ursaluna is such a beast. I love it. Although I think I like Ursaluna Blood Moon's design a little bit more. Let me know in the comments which one do you prefer. And so I managed to get that win. Crazy enough. All right. So far that's like I've said in other videos, I like to do a best 3 out of 5. That way the video doesn't go too long. So I actually managed to get one win there. So let's see if I can get two more. So my opponent's going to be using a. God, I always forget what these two are called. But I'm going to start off with my Incineroar Porygon 2. I'm really liking this opening. This way, like under normal circumstances, I can just have Incineroar's fake out and take care of one of their Pokemon, and then Porygon 2 can just set up the Trick Room. And I usually have like Torkoal or Jumpluff or Ursaluna especially on reserve, so it actually works out pretty well usually. So I managed to do that again. So they're gonna go into transform into a fairy. I always forget this Pokemon's hidden ability is Protein. So, and Trick Room is going to take care of that. So, luckily, I know Masquerada, I think is his name, is really fast. So this will take care of that for me. So basically, now that Trick Room is set up, I can pretty much just go, pretty much try to just take care of these Pokemon. So I'm thinking I could knock off, get rid of any item they have. Because on both of them, since it's terrestrialized in a fairy, it won't do that much damage. But I was also thinking, you know what? I could just go into poison here. Because even if it wasn't fairy right now, normally it's grass. So that would still actually be super effective. So I'm just going to go and terrestrialize into poison. I'm actually really glad I stuck with that because I was really contemplating whether or not keeping terrestrialized poison on my Porygon 2 or just going with Ghost. I was really considering that because there have been a lot of times like an opponent uses uh Annihilate or something, and they just use like a fighting move to take care of Porygon. So I was thinking maybe I can go with Ghost. That way I don't gotta worry about that. But Poison has actually been coming up and actually been useful. So I think I'm gonna stick with that for a little while longer. Although I might switch it to Ghost eventually for it. Incineroar, use knockoff. Alright, cool. And I'll take care of the item. It's a punching glove. Okay, cool. Double shock. Alright. Luckily, thank goodness my Incineroar is really, really bulky. And again, the Intimidate did help right there. So Citrus Berry is going to kick in and use up all its electricity. Alright, so I'm in a pretty good position right here. I managed to take care of one of their Pokemon. I still have all four of mine. So, and they're going to go out into Goldingo. Okay. This could be tricky. Goldingo can be pretty, difficult to deal with sometimes if I let it set up Nasty Plot. But luckily, I don't think they have a Pokemon right now that could use Tailwind, so I don't have to worry about that. So, because they can be fast, but it's not like super fast. So, okay, they're going to transfer this into Electric. Okay, that'll remove the fighting weakness. Okay, I didn't have like a fairy or a flying anyway, so I'm cool with that. So I'm just going to Ice Beam on it, and that almost knocked it out. Dang, close. And I'm just going to go for the knockoff on the Goldingo. This thing's bulky. Bright Powder, okay. We're going to go for the Power Gem. Okay, my Incineroar is really close to being knocked out. Okay, so they're gonna basically double team my Incineroar. Makes sense. Incineroar could have just keep using knockoff on all their Pokemon anyways, so I managed to at least do that to two of them, so that's good for me. And the Trick Room, I'm thinking, you know what? I could just send out Torkoal because Trick Room's already set up. I could just spam Eruption, is basically what I'm saying, because Eruption will easily take care of their... Dang, I am so sorry if anyone likes that Pokemon. I keep forgetting that this region's Pikachu clone's name. I'm so sorry. But Eruption will take care of that and the Goldingo. So, you know what? I was thinking, let's just spam Eruption. And let's see. Hopefully, eventually we get Shiny Goldingo. I know that thing is still Shiny locked. Same with like the cover legendaries, Koraidon and Miraidon. I hope eventually we get those shinies. Let's see. Okay, cool. So they're going to withdraw their electric Pokemon. Again, so sorry. And they're going to go into Dragonite. Okay, that's good. Because I used Ice Beam. So that should easily take care of their Dragonites. Wow. Talk about a read, right? Oh, man. Good thing I went with that and I didn't go with the Terra Blast Poison. And that takes care of their Pokemon. Sweet. And now I'm pretty much got this in the bag. I got three of... Not only do I still have Porygon 2 and Torkoal, and the Trick Room is still set up, I still have my Ursaluna, so I pretty much got this in the bag, like I said. I'm just going to go for the Earth Power, just go for Ice Beam again, just go for the offense. And yeah, okay, so I managed to get that one. Okay, cool. Man, that read was crazy. Man, Torkoal's Eruption just spammed right there. It was just nasty. So they're gonna start up. Okay, am I playing against Sage Park? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw this, I was thinking to myself, yo, that's Sage Park? Oh man, man, that guy's a legend. Okay, so I was thinking to myself, okay, I just assumed right away that's what they were going for. They're going for the famous Pachirisu, follow me, and setup. So I was thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the fake out. And I'm going to basically just go into Terrestrialized Ghost right now because I know what they want to do. They want to use the Follow Me and have the Garchomp just spam Earthquake. So I was thinking, I am not letting that happen. So I'm going to Terrestrialize my Incineroar into Ghost right now. And I'm just going to go and fully try to knock out that Pachirisu. So I'm just going to go for... Now, I actually made a mistake here. I overthought it. I was thinking, wait a minute. Okay, the fake out will take care of the Pachirisu for this turn. So I was thinking, I was overthinking. I should have used Ice Beam on Garchomp. I don't know what I was thinking. So I overthought that part. But hopefully that didn't cost me the game. So ironically enough, after I picked my move for that turn, I thought to myself, oh man, I fucked that up. I used Ice Beam on Garchomp. That was my bad. So Instead, I was thinking, okay, maybe I could still try to save this. So I'm basically going to try to. Patrice is so funny. So I'm thinking, okay, hopefully it's not too late, and hopefully my Pokemon can take a hit because that thing, this Garchomp, if I had to guess, is most likely Life Ward because he used Swords Dance, and they're going to use Earthquake. Okay, cool. Crazy enough that they took care of their own Pachirisu for me, so I'm cool with that. And okay, it was Life Ward. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going. Citrus Berry will activate. That's good for me. And Porygon 2, all right, knockoff will go right there. But that really doesn't matter because Ice Beam should easily take care of the Garchomp. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. I kind of got lucky right there. Oh man, thank goodness, thank Arceus for the crazy bulk that I put into my Incineroar Porygon 2. So they managed to live that. Oh man, but again, I should not have done that. I should have used Fake Out and Ice Beam the Garchomp first. I don't know what I was thinking. So they're gonna go into their Corviknight and their Ursaluna Blood Moon. Okay, so I gotta be careful because the Blood Moon, the move that Ursaluna Blood Moon can use, can go to Protect. So I gotta be careful with that. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the Trick Room right now and just basically just go because Incineroar is already doing its job. So I'm thinking I could just knock off any items they have, or I could just go for the Flare Blitz and try to do some damage. So I'm just gonna do that. So they're gonna terrestrialize one of their Pokemon, and they're gonna terrestrialize into I believe that's Rock. No, that's normal, right? Terrestrialize normal. So they basically just removed their ground weakness. Okay, that's cool for me because not only will now we'll make like if I'm assuming it's running like Earth Power or something, it won't be stab. That's good for me. I got lucky right here with the Flare Blitz, but it did have Rocky Helmet. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting like leftovers or something. And here it comes. The Blood Moon is going to go right here, and they're going to go after my Incineroar. Makes sense. Man, Incineroar, this and all these matches so far that I've gone over, Incineroar has just been a monster in all of them. All right, so luckily I managed to set up the Trick Room, so I'm good there. So I'm thinking, okay, I could go into my Ursaluna and basically just try to like do what my opponent tried to do earlier with the Pachirisu and Garchomp. I could just try to like Ice Beam or try to do some damage and just have my Ursaluna just basically spam Earthquake or something. Is what I was thinking to myself, but I'm also thinking, okay, I got to be careful because if I'm not and I lose Ursaluna too quickly, that might cost me the game. Because unfortunately, I'm not running any Pokemon with fighting, so that's actually an issue. I think maybe I'm like next time I might try like a team with Annihilate because there have been times I need a fighting Pokemon. Plus, I just really like Annihilate. I've always loved Primate ever since the old school anime when I was a kid when it was the whole famous donut scene. I've always loved the Mankey line. So I might try Annihilate next week. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a team with Annihilate. So they're going to go for a hyper voice. Okay, that makes sense. So they're running the throat spray, all right? And they're going to go for iron defense. They really, really are trying to set up the defense on this Corviknight, which I'm cool with because they already terrestrialize. So that Corviknight's going to stay a steel type the whole game. And I'm cool with that because I still have my Charizard, so one overheat should easily take care of it. So I'm basically thinking, okay, but in the meantime, I gotta take care of that Ursaluna Blood Moon. So I'm thinking I could just recover right here, and I could just either Headlong Rush, but I was really worried about using Headlong Rush because if it doesn't work out, I could lose. Because again, I gotta be careful with the defense, the special defense drop that happens when you use Headlong Rush, but their Corviknight didn't use has been using Iron Defense this entire time. So I was basically thinking, okay, there's a good chance that their Corviknight is just made for defense, which means I should be able to tank a couple of hits. And that took care of their Ursaluna Blood Moon. Alright, cool. And my Porygon 2 is going to use Recover and gain back a good amount of HP. So it's in it for the long run. And they're going to go for the Body Press. Was not expecting Body Press. And the Flame Orb just hit. So now my Ursaluna's attack is basically maxed out right now. So I'm thinking, okay, I can just go for the Ice Beam because, yeah, it's been using Iron Defense this whole time. So it, like, Facade or anything like that won't do much. But Ice Beam should do some okay chip damage since it's a special attack. And Iron Defense luckily only boosts physical defense. So I'm gonna use Protect just to be safe. And I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam. Hey, it actually did some pretty good damage right there. Cool. And they're gonna go for the Body Press, but luckily I used Protect. That I don't know if it could. Maybe it could have, but I think if I wasn't careful right there, that might have been able to knock out my Ursaluna because that Body Press is a fighting move and my Ursaluna's normal ground. And I already used Headlong Rush once, so its defense is sadly down. So if I wasn't careful, I could have lost it right there. And I'm going to go for the Facade, and the Ice Beam will take care of it. Alright, cool. So I got this one right there. And that's 3 games right there. This, like I said, this team is really, really good. And I can see why so many people have been using it lately. And it's a lot of fun. So I really suggest trying this team out for yourself. And that's pretty much everything. So, like I said, if you have like a rental team you want me to try out, go ahead and leave in the comments. And if you even have like a YouTube or any kind of social media, I'll also link that in the description if when I do that video. And that's pretty much everything. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. And just have a good weekend. Take care. Bye.